channel, Afandi. I would like to say thank you for coming in my YouTube channel. Today, we will discuss about Introduction to Linguistics. Before we get into the material, there is a few 5 key points in this material we should know about are: first, what is language? And the second, scientists quote about language. And third, definition of linguistics. And fourth, aim of linguistic theory. And the last key point in this material, scope of linguistics. First, material. What is language? And why we study language? Language is only a means of communication. Language has a form, meaning, correspondence. The function of language is to exchange information. Children learn their native language swiftly, efficiently, and without interruption. Language operates by rules. All languages have 3 major: a sound system, a system of lexical grammar, and a system of semantic. Everyone speaks a dialect, and language slowly changes. Next, animals and human language. There are a lot of stories about creatures that can talk. We usually assume that they are fantasy, fiction, or fiction, invented story, or that they involve birds and animals simply imitating something that have heard human say. And we know that creatures are capable of communicating, certainly with other members of their own species. It is possible that a creature could learn to communicate with humans using language. Or does human language have properties that make it so unique that it is quite unlike any other communication system, and therefore it cannot be learned by any other creature and communicate with other, and we get to information and we get to survive, and the last, we get to fulfill daily need. Next, scientists quote about language. First, according to Ferdinand de Saussure, language is not to be confused with human speech, of which it is only a defined part, though certainly an essential one. It is both a social product of the faculty of speech and a collection of necessary conventions that have been adopted by a social body to permit individuals to exercise that faculty. Next, according to Edward Shapiro, language is a purely human and non-instinctive method of communicating ideas, emotion, and desire by means of voluntarily produced symbol. Next, according Noam Chomsky, from now on I will consider language to be a set, finite or infinite, of sentence. It's finite in length and contracted out of a finite set of elements. Next, what is linguistic? What does it mean? What does it study? What are the scope and purpose of linguistics? Definition of linguistics. Linguistics can be defined as the scientific or systematic study of language. It is a science in the sense that it scientifically studies the rules, system, and principles of human language. Aim of linguistic theory. First, what is knowledge of language? Competence. How is knowledge of language acquired? Acquisition. And the last, how is knowledge of language put to use? Perform or language processing. Next, scope of linguistics. Microlinguistic and macrolinguistic. First, we will discuss about microlinguistic. The microlinguistic includes phonetic. Phonetic is the scientific study of speech sounds. It studies how speech sounds are articulated, transmitted, and retrieved. Phonetic have three major branches: are acoustic phonetic, articulatory phonetic, and the last, phonetic in auditories. Next, microlinguistic phonology. Phonology is the study of how speech sounds function in language. It studies the way speech sounds are organized. It can be seen as the function phonetic of a particular language. Next, morphology. Morphology is the study of the formation of words. It is a branch of linguistics which breaks words into morphemes. It can be considered as the grammar of words, as syntax is the grammar of sentence. Next, syntax deals with the combination of words into phrase, clause, and sentence. It is the grammar of sentence construction. Next, semantic. Semantic is branch of linguistics which is concerned with the study of meaning in all its formal aspects. Words have several types of meaning. And the last in microlinguistics, pragmatic. Pragmatic can be defined as the study of language in use. It deals with how speakers use language in a way which cannot be predicted from linguistic knowledge alone, and how hearers arrive at the intended meaning of speaker. Next, macrolinguistic. First, sociolinguistic. Sociolinguistics studies the relation between language and society, how social factors influence and the structure and use of language. Second, psycholinguistic. Psycholinguistics is the study of language and mind, the mental structure and process which are involved in the acquisition, comprehension, and production of language. Next, neurolinguistic. Neurolinguistic is the study of language processing and language representation in the brain. It typically studies the disturbance of language comprehension and production caused by the damage of certain area of the brain. Next, stylistic. Stylistic is the study of how literary effect can be related to linguistic features. It usually refers to the study of written language, including literary text, but it also investigates spoken language sometimes. I think that's all the material, and thank you for your attention, and sorry for making mistake my word. And the last, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you.